What's up guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Today we are working on the Forester as always. I'm just about to do an oil change on it, so I'm going to get that done before we get on to the fun part. But today we are doing something that I've been waiting for a little while. And as you can see, I got this new front plate delete from Nameless. And then I've also added this nice little decal in the back window from Nameless. So you might be able to figure out what's going on today. We are finally getting this nice exhaust put on the Forester. What I have done is the other day when I was changing tires, I already put on the muffler deletes and it wasn't really up to what I wanted. So now today we are putting in a Nameless Midpipe. So yeah, once I put it in the axle back, it was a nice rumble, but it wasn't fully what I wanted. It has a nice tone to it under low RPMs, is kind of like the best way to describe it. But I really wanted that kind of typical Subaru rumble that you would get. You know, I know you kind of get that from the headers, but you know, I don't really want to swap out the headers on this car, and I don't really have to do a tune on it just yet because the CVT, I don't really know if I trust it fully yet. I'd like to kind of be able to get into it a little bit more, but yeah, anyways, so I hit them up at Nameless. I said, like, I really need this mid-pipe, so they got it out to me. I think I ordered it like 5 days ago and I've already got it, so which is really good. So we're gonna get that installed today. It's a lot easier than the stock exhaust. Well, I mean, the stock exhaust is easy, actually. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. The stock exhaust is very easy because it's got 2 bolts at the cat and then 2 bolts on each side of the muffler and then 1 hanger, but it's just a big long clunky piece. The Nameless comes in 3 pieces with V-bands, so I find that's a lot easier than having to unbolt everything because it's literally just like a clamp around it. So yeah, so it's got a Y pipe that goes to both mufflers, and then you have the typical flanges on both sides with both 2 bolts. Then it goes to a V-band that goes up to like an S pipe that has another V-band on that on the other end, and then it's just kind of like a straight pipe where the resonator is, kind of thing. And it goes to where you would normally bolt up at the cat. So it's got a flange there with a donut and then 2 bolts. So it should be an easy install. Let me get this oil change done. It's been about 5,500 to 6,000 kilometers since I did my last oil change, which is a little bit longer than I normally like to do, but with the weather we've been having, and I don't really like bringing it into a shop to get my oil changes done. I like to prefer to do them myself. So I'll get that banged out. It should only take me about 15 minutes max, and we'll get on to the fun stuff. Okay guys, so oil change is done. No mess, just the way I like it. So got the new filter on there. Got the Boomba cap, like you guys remember. New oil's already been put in. Haven't ran it yet, so I'm going to run it. Bring it up to about 2,500 RPM. And then I'll get the car up in the air and we'll get that mid-pipe installed. So here we go. So originally when I did this job last week with just the muffler deletes, that's rude, school bell. Anyways, when I did it last week, I had a WRX mid-pipe to pair up to my axle backs. For some reason it didn't line up properly. I tried a few different things, it just wasn't lining up. It was kind of up and down and all over the place. So now it should be a little bit of an easier job this week since I recently took all these bolts off and I put a lot of penetrating fluid on them, so they should hopefully still be easy to get off. It's not like we've had really bad weather lately, like we haven't had that much rain, and it's not been really snowing at all, so hopefully they should be easy to get off again. If not, I'll have to spray them and wait a little bit, but we're all jacked up now, so let's get under the car and get this job going. Okay, so what it is a 14mm bolt with a 14mm nut on it. So it's pretty easy. You just remove those 2 on that side and the 2 on this side over here, and then your mufflers are taken out. So that's what I did to get these axle backs in. That's why I didn't really show it. It's not very difficult. I was just going to show you guys a sound clip once I kind of did an update on the vehicle. But since we're doing the mid-pipe now, I'll show you guys kind of a little bit of everything. One quick thing too, if you guys don't have one of these, I would highly suggest it if you guys especially don't have air tools. This is the Milwaukee air ratchet, or I guess power ratchet technically. It's a 12-volt battery goes into it. Very portable, very lightweight, and it actually delivers a lot of torque. I've used it on quite a bit of things, and it saves a lot of time instead of having to wrenching it, and it gets into pretty tight places because it's a compact design. If you guys don't have any Milwaukee tools, this is especially a good one to pick up anyways, even if you don't have the set. Just grab this and the 12-volt battery and then the charger. Highly suggest it. They also have a 12-volt impact that goes with the same battery and everything like that. Highly suggest them. I'm obviously not sponsored or anything by them, but I've seen a lot of people on YouTube that use these. I got one of these for my dad for Christmas, and I find myself using it a lot more. Maybe it was a present for me, who knows, but highly suggest getting this. I don't know how many more times I can say it. If you don't have air tools, this is something to look into. Power tools with batteries sometimes actually can outperform air tools and actually get stronger, depending on the compressor size you use, obviously, and everything like that. But this is a great buy. I think it was $120 or something like that, with a battery too and everything like that. So check out Home Depot, they have them in stock. Alright, so I got all 4 bolts off. You can see the mufflers are kind of just hanging there now. I'm going to remove the gasket I used from just last week, and I'm just going to reuse that. I'm sure that there's nothing wrong with that because, like I said, they haven't been on there very long. They actually seem to be pretty stuck onto the midpipe, but anyways, I'll get them off. There you go, comes off. See a decent amount of water, I guess, that's got in there. Kind of surprising, but if I show you my tips, you'll actually see there's a lot of black that's already coming out of those. So I guess there's a lot of water that comes through this exhaust. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So yeah, so these are just floating there now. We're going to move up to the front of the car and take it out at the Cat. At the Cat, I know it's a 14mm bolt with a 12mm nut, pretty sure. And they're spring loaded, so you kind of have to go back and forth, back and forth. If not, it's kind of going to be difficult to take one side out. So let's move up front. I'll get you guys positioned up there. Okay guys, so it's pretty tight under here. I thought I had jacked myself up more, but I guess I didn't jack up much in the front. Anyways, so what it is, like I said, is a 12mm nut at the front, and then the 14mm bolt at the back, like I said, with the spring. I don't know how well you guys can see this. One second. Hopefully I can get you guys under here. Not really, because of my tripod. Anyways, so up there, it's got a spring, like I said, a nut, and a bolt, obviously, and then you got the flange in the middle. So it's kind of a pain to get up in here, especially since I haven't jacked it up enough. I may jack it up more. You guys won't be able to really see this part, so I'm just going to try and remove this quickly. And then there's a hanger near the back that's going to be holding it. I pop that hanger off and the whole thing comes out. So maybe let me do that, and then I'll check in with you guys after that. It might just be easier, especially like I said, because I can't really get in here very well. Okay guys, so I don't know if you guys can hear me because I'm a little far away, but all I have left to do now is this hanger that pops right down on top of me. So I don't know if I'll be able to really, there you go, it's coming out. Try and support it some way so it doesn't come and hit you in the head. It's probably good advice. There you go, it's coming out. There she is. Also, another tool I recommend, if I can get them out of here, are these exhaust hanger pliers. They have helped us a lot, not just for my car here, but also every summer we throw my dad's exhaust back on his F-150 that he has a performance dual exhaust, and then in the winter we take it off and put a stock exhaust on. So it's very helpful to use these exhaust pliers. So highly recommend those. I don't even know if you can see everything back here. I don't know where I have the camera angled. You might just be listening to my voice. So let me pull this out and then we'll unbox the new exhaust. Okay guys, so this is what the stock mid-pipe looks like. The reason that everything is so quiet is this resonator right here. It's freaking huge. So that's it. She's out. One huge pipe. I think the reason that the WRX one wasn't working for me was this hanger here came up to about here and then went out. So I cut it off trying to see if I could get the clearance, and for some reason I was still about 1.5 to 2 inches off from the exhaust hangers. about an inch or a half inch of the gap from it, and about 2 inches of height. I was literally banging on my rear axle trying to get it up to where my muffler tips were, and it just wasn't working properly. I don't know, probably user error anyways, but got the Nameless one now, so I'm not complaining. Okay guys, so I'm just going to freehand you here quickly. Open the box already, so all of the hardware, V-band clamps, new donut, new bolts for the front. I'm obviously not going to reuse, not going to use the new bolts for the rear or the new gaskets for the rear, because I just swapped those out. I might actually need those springs by the way it's looking, so I might have to run back to the old exhaust and get them. So throw that aside. And here is all the piping. Oh my goodness. Exhaust hanger, polyurethane, hard as a rock. And then all the new pipes are in here. So 1, 2, 3 pipes, and the rest is just packaging. I won't lift them up here. What I'll do is I'll remove them and then I'll show them to you as I'm putting them on the car. Okay, so I have the front section of the mid-pipe just kind of hanging there. It's not aligned where it's supposed to be. It's got like a floating flange. I don't know if that's how you call it, but it's like a flange that's not actually attached to the pipe, so it kind of just circulates around it. I've got the donut inside of it, so you can kind of see that, the front of the pipe, and then I got the bolts going through it just to kind of hold it. It's not tight or anything like that, just so I can move it to where it has to go, obviously, because it's a little low at the moment, just hanging on the banana box. So I'm going to grab the second pipe, which is the hanging section, which is like called an S pipe, and I'm going to get that put up on the hanger, and then I'm going to get this pipe going the route it should be, because I can't really remember what the curve is, if it goes left, right, or down or up kind of thing. Assuming it goes to the left, can't remember. Anyway, so I'll get the section in the middle on, I'll get a V-band on them together very loosely, and then I can get the rear bolted up, tighten that down after that, and then kind of work my way forward and tighten that up. So let me get the next section. I'll kind of put it under the car on the hanger, show you that, and then I'll show you how to get the V-band on it, and then we'll work our way back. Alright guys, so sadly I can't really show you the ending of the exhaust. Everything went pretty easily near the end. I got my dad to help me just line a few things up, but yeah, it started to rain, so everything's really wet out there. It wasn't easy to get the camera under while it was raining, so I think I'm just going to work in the engine bay, get a few things done. I'll get you guys a sound clip by the end of this video to show you the nice tone of it, but right now, just of it being raining outside, I don't really want to set the camera up outside so you guys can hear it, but I will definitely get you guys a sound clip soon. So what I'm going to try and maybe do is maybe just put a few fender washers in the engine bay, since that's tucked in on it enough that it's not all wet, and clean up the engine bay a bit. So let me get to that. Alright guys, so everything's done. I'm going to get you guys a nice little video clip of me revving it a little bit. It is cold, so it will sound a lot louder than what it will be once the engine is warm. But anyways, I'll set you guys up on the tripod, do a little fast sound clip. I'm not going to rev it too much just because my family's inside, so I don't want to be disrespectful kind of thing, and I know it kind of pisses them off if I do that, especially if it's in the garage. So let me set you up quickly. I should have enough room to get the tripod kind of set up that it's not going to get rained on. So let me set you up, get you the sound clip, and that'll be the end of this video for today. So thank you as always. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Sorry I couldn't show you exactly how I mounted everything up. Rain got in the way of that, but it's pretty easy install. If you have any questions, drop me a comment below and I'll definitely let you know how to do it. It's really, really simple. So here it is, the new exhaust on the Forester.